Hi everyone, myself Supriya Konda, working as an assistant professor in Civil Department from Walchand Institute of Technology, Solapur. So today's class we are going to discuss the differential leveling. These are the learning outcomes. At the end of this session, students will be able to impart the knowledge of differential leveling on the field. So how exactly you are going to perform on the field, that I am just going to discuss over here. So this is a differential leveling. There are three different types of leveling, as you have the simple leveling, differential leveling and the fly leveling. So in the differential leveling, there will be a change point, whereas in a simple leveling, you don't have a change point. You go on taking the readings. So the first reading, which will be taken on the benchmark, that is called as the BS reading, which is called as the backside reading. So always the first reading has to be taken, which is called as the backside reading. So next, before the start of the work, always the benchmark has to be taken, which may be a fixed structure or which may be some reference point over there. So next we have the setup of the tripod and the dumpy level over here, somewhere here at the hilly portion. So let's say this is a change point number 1. So from here I have taken a staff which is of 4 meter. So I have tried to bisect this ranging rod which is kept at the benchmark. I have tried to bisect the staff which is kept at the benchmark, which will be my first reading, which is called as the backside reading. So next, after that, I have found a level difference over here and kept the staff over there, which I will take the reading as the intermediate staff reading. IS is nothing but the intermediate staff reading. And then after that, even to the other side of the instrument, I have seen a level difference, tried to locate the number of points over there. So let's say this is one more intermediate staff reading. So likewise, I have taken the two staff readings, intermediate staff readings, and then I want to set up the staff over here, somewhere here around the hilly portion, or if at all I keep the staff over here, it will not be visible to me from this place. So in that case, I try to end the work over here itself with the instrument when the instrument is at this position itself. So this is the last staff reading when the instrument is at this position, CP1. So let us say this last staff reading will always be entered in the FS reading, which is called as the Foresight Rating. So then the staff which is kept at this location will be here itself. So just the instrument will be shifted from the CP1 to the CP2, that is the second change point. So then the tripod, the dumpy level is fixed over there, and then I try to bisect the staff which was at this location itself. So let us say this is the location or the point number 1, this is the point number 2, 3 and the 4. So the staff which is kept at the 4th point, I try to bisect from this position when it is at CP2. So the staff reading works out to be BS, that is 3 meters. So it is called as the BS. So always whenever the start of the work is done, when the instrument is at this position, it will be the first staff reading. So that reading will always be entered in the BS reading. So first reading will be entered in the BS reading and the last reading will be entered in the FS reading, FS column. So next, I try to bisect the staff which is kept at this position. So let us say this is the IS, and after that I feel like instrument will be changed from the CP2 to CP3. So when the staff will be kept over here, it will be not visible from CP2. So in that case, I go for the change point. So before end of the work, I take the last staff reading, which is called as the FS reading, which works out to be 0.9, and then the staff over here will be held in that position itself, that is the position number 6. Only the instrument will be shifted from the CP2 to CP3. So the same staff will be bisected from the CP3, which is called as the BS reading. So when the instrument is at this position CP3, it will be the first staff reading which will be entered in the BS column. So next over here we end up the work over there. So this will be the last reading which is called as the FS reading. So always keep it in mind, the first staff reading will be the backside reading and the last staff reading will be the foresight reading. So all the readings between the backside and the foresight will be the intermediate staff readings. So let us say how to write it in the tabular form. So the first one, we have the backside reading, that is called as the BS, and then IS, intermediate staff reading, and next you have FS. Next you have these calculations, they are to be done by the rise and the fall method. So I will be solving it by rise and the fall method. Next, the RL, that is called as the reduced level. So leveling is used to find the difference in the elevation between the 2 points. So that is nothing but the reduced level. So next is the remarks over there. So let us say the reduced level is given to us as 100 meters. So the first reading is the backside reading, which is 2.750. So it is a reading which is taken on the benchmark. So in the remarks I will write it as benchmark, that is BM. So next IS reading, that is 1.5. So next again I have a IS reading which will be 1.250. Next after IS you have FS reading which is 2.250. So after that I have taken a change point. Yes, this is a change point 1. So over there itself I got a BS, that is 3 meters. So wherever there is a change point, you have always a BS and a FS. So next again you have a IS which will be 1.100. After IS you have a FS which is 0.900, and next 1.250. This is the BS reading. Again we have a change point number 2, CP2. So after CP2 I have end up the work over here which is called as FS reading, that is called as 1.700. So the first reading is entered in the BS which is taken at the benchmark. So IS, you have IS 1, second, and the third one in the FS column. So after FS we have changed the instrument from CP1 to CP2. So over there I have bisected the staff, taken the reading. So wherever there is a change point, there is always a backside and the foresight reading. Just observe over here, there is always a backside and a foresight. So when the instrument is taken to the CP2, you have taken the BS and IS 1.10, and then after that you have a FS which is 0.90. So instrument has been changed over here. From that you have bisected the staff which is kept at the sixth point, that is 1.250, and then finally end up the work over here which is 1.700. So now let us say how you are going to do the calculations by rise and the fall. So always the previous reading by minus the next reading. 2.750 minus 1.50. So likewise just have a look over here. Previous, the work has been end up over here. So again take the next one. FS. So end up the work over here. So next BS minus FS. So let's see the calculations over here. 2.750 minus 1.5. So it is 1.250. So whatever the positive values you get, it should be written in the rise, and whatever the negative values you will get, it should be written in the fall column. So 1.250, it should be entered below. So leave a gap over there at the top. In the next line you write 1.250. 1.5 minus of 1.250, it's 0.25. Again a positive value, so again a rise value you got. So next 1.250 minus of 2.25, it's minus 1. So in the fall, write it only as 1. Did not write over here as negative sign. So only 1. It is already been considered over there. So next 3 minus of 1.1. It is 1.90. It's positive again. So next 1.1 minus of 0.9, it's 0.2, again a positive value. Next 1.250 minus of 1.7, so it is minus 0.45. So now the reduced value is given to you as 100 meters. So from this reduced level, whatever the rise value you have positive, it should be added in this. And wherever the negative value, that is fall, you have, that should be subtracted in this reduced level itself. So for example, I will just show you one calculation. 100 plus 1.25, that means 101.25. So this has to be continued. From this RL itself, you are going to add again plus 0.25. So it is 101.50. Again, we have a fall value, minus of 1. It is 100.50. And then plus 1.9, as you have a rise value, 102.40. Again plus 0.2 in that. So it is 102.60. Next, a fall value, minus of 0.45 subtract, you get finally a value that is 102.15. So now you are going to take a check over there. So let's see, find the summation over here, summation of BS, summation of FS, summation of rise, summation of fall, and next you have last RL minus the first RL. So just have a summation of this, that is 2.75 plus 3 plus 1.25. So it works out to be 7. So next FX, 1.25 plus 0.9 plus 1.7. So it is 4.850. Next rise, that is 1.250 plus 0.2. Okay, you are getting rise as 3.60. Next fall, 1.450. Okay, this last RL minus the first RL. Last RL, it is 102.15 minus of 100, it's 2.15. So let's see, arithmetic check you are going to take as summation of BS minus of summation of FS equal to 7 minus of 4.85, it works out to be 2.15. Summation of rise minus of summation of fall, it is 3.60 minus of 1.45, it works out to be 2.15. So the last check, that is last RL minus the first RL, it's already been calculated as 2.15. So this is what the arithmetic check is been satisfied. So this is what the calculation with the help of rise and fall method is to be done. These are the MCQs. Leveling deals with the measurements in a, let's see which is the right option for that. Vertical plane is the right option. These are the references. Thank you.